G2 versus BDS. The last time these two teams played on this map was all the way back in February at a little tournament called Six Invitational, in which G2...
Secondary for Kali, so she's still super viable, and Rafale's a great support flex player for BDS, so I can see him really honing those skills that a great Kali player should be.
By the looks of it, G2 going for the setup that we've seen quite a lot of teams starting to employ inside of storage on the top floor. When you have half the wall opened up, you stick a shield inside of it and use that to peek and threaten inside of Piano. Some teams have been doing an extension equally as they always... Oh, no way did he try and go for that and get shut down and domed by the gun. Top rated players left alive in Pengu and Virtue from G2's last game coming up against Chaos. They did a lot of work for the side. These are the two that you want, especially knowing that Pengu had the most clutches back in stage number 1. We hit that 20-second mark. Pengu all out of smoke canisters means that it has to happen now. It's now or never for the side of BDS. They're going to force Pengu to move. Bride goes down as they haven't accounted for where Virtue might be holding out inside of storage. Shaiko is trying to make it happen, but 5 seconds on the clock. Pengu's in behind. Shaiko didn't know he was in the back corner. That lack of drone players absolutely shafted BDS. They have been removed there in a 4 versus 2. I said it again. Pengu and Virtue, the two players you went left alive in a situation like the BDS. I'd wager the answer is no, as more often than not, that is the go-to attack that we see coming out of teams.
Shaiko, surely not. Surely this pinch from a Lems onto Cantor Raketti with Shaiko in tow. Yeah, the smoke is playing there purely out of the fact that that's where you'd usually have that shield player play.
On the smoke.
Yeah, that's an interesting player to have on there, but they brought Uno on the Warden as well, so they've changed up a couple of operators, so I can understand that he wants to play this power position because we've got less than 20 seconds left. This is huge for Kanto.
Mate, how many times do you have to talk around big fraggers in Europe? Citizen, Joystick coming up huge on operators like the Smoke. Manages to do quite a lot of work, but Shaiko does Shaiko things. 2 heads are clipped. Can he find the next couple to go through as well? It's down to the final 2 seconds here. It's all or nothing to go for a plant, and Bride is sticking it. A challenge comes through, but like I say, Shaiko, he just hits those shots every single time. 3 kills out of seemingly nowhere is going to save this round for BDS. Otherwise, we could have been looking at a 2-0 for G2, given how the clock has been handled so far. Uno's got a lot of work to do, and as a player that in the first few weeks had so many frags to his name but then settled down as the rest of G2 awoke, I'm not expecting big things from him. Shaiko connects to 4K. What is this? Like, there is no way any team should have 15 seconds left and a single player just goes, right.
Struggle with here on attack. They've made something out of nothing once and then got caught out on that time management before. Shaiko, he's able to get the first entry kill here onto G2. It was on Virtue and it was one of those C4s. What can they do with this bursting energy?
Well, he's doing it again. It's 2 kills stepping up. Kanto strikes back, immediately traded out after, mind you, by none other than Shaiko himself. 8 kills in 3 rounds, by the way. Dude is nearly hitting a 3 KPR. 1 more kill for himself, and he'll be hitting those kind of numbers. That is insane to kick off this matchup against the biggest opposition you will find in this competition. They have this top floor control, but bearing in mind it's taken them 2 minutes to get to this stage, they've now got to start thinking about the site itself. There we go. Shaiko completes that 3 kill per round mark, and he's not yet done. Mada, as he might say. Charges his way to go look downstairs. Citizens holding up on the half stairs. Rafale brings down Pengu. There's a lot to do for himself here. Nothing else to be found for Shaiko at the least, but BDS clean up house. Round number 3 going their way, and that's their second attacking round here on Cafe.
Reinforced. How much utility are they going to have to force in towards Pixel and Bathroom to displace it? It's not something that they'd previously seen, and they're still trying to cook that second ADS. Where's that from?
Good night, says Uno. Might not be able to click on your head, Shaiko, but I can still blow you sky high with a C4, and just like that, BDS balance things back out. So, all things being equal, we're back to the state we were in before. Was that up through the hatch by any chance?
I believe it was a new hatch drop default C4, which is actually a really default C4, and without an IQ, you need a drone to spot it out, so that's probably my guess there.
Fair enough, fair enough. Either way, it balances things back out, and Pengu being down on that smoke is going to sting for G2 a little bit later on. We'll see with 2 drones left alive, though, if BDS can get enough information. They don't know the Citizen inside of the bar. No one's covering the angle. How do they not know? He's managed to get away with it. Does get sprayed in down through storage as Renshiro strikes up big. He's in a 1 versus 2, and Virtue comes up for big for G2 once more. We'll take the round away for them. Again, a lack of information stinging BDS a little bit there in the dying moments of a round. It's now been opened up, so it's not the end of the world for them. 60 seconds remain. And it's still a 5 versus 5, so no early opening kill here. I say that as Kanto almost gets himself sprayed out, but he wins the counter fight against Alem, brings it into a 5 versus 4. You mentioned about this vertical angle. With no one now left to contest it, this could be a massive position for Kanto to hold.
He's really lit though, so even just a random spray above.
Oh, there it is.
A random spray above would get him, and now the execute surely does go down.
30 seconds left on the clock, and yes, finally that plant is going down from Bride. A 3 versus 3 as well, all things being equal. Renshiro strikes big, but once again, Citizen just comes up behind the planter and shuts him down. That should have been an angle that was being held by the other side, but Renshiro goes on to win 2 big gunfights against the last man standing as well, included in Virtue. BDS will take another round. That's 3 rounds on the attack. Storage and bar and how messy it's starting to look. BDS has still got time to play with as well. Alem playing just outside of the doorway, ready to rush him when the moment comes in. Here he goes. Oh my god, they didn't even have no idea he was outside. Surely you see the open door and suspect that someone might have rotated down to watch that flank. But Virtue goes down. A 5 versus 3. BDS in a commanding position. They even watch the stairs and catch yet another. Bride picking up Pengu on the late round flank. They're in a spot to go for a plan. No smokes required. They are inside of the site, and this is a lot of work for Citizen and Uno to do if they want to be able to swing this back. This plant most definitely goes down, and it's even looking like a flawless round. Shaiko does not lose those. A flawless round indeed to confirm the half. BDS take 4 attacking rounds here on Cafe.
A real niche.
Although knowing that a player is in this area of the map, okay, that means the Goyo's not on site. He's playing for C4 kills, whatever else it might be. There's lots of things that can weigh in to help you out there. I will give a bit of a nod to G2. They haven't lost a single drone so far, and they find the opening kill onto Shaiko. Could you ask for a better person to kill to start the round off?
Yeah, get the job done, it doesn't matter. And there's been a lot of pressure applied here to BDS with 30 seconds left. That's actually a lot of time considering the fact that they have most of the control they need. The only problem now is Freezer and Bathroom, and that's what I mean. Rafale and Bathroom. He's going to hit heads if you don't displace him. G2 now, the big focus is to get rid of him and then go for the plant.
Well, there we go. Rafale with his second kill Alem from back towards the south as well. And I think you still got Renshiro hanging in towards bar here to try and contest. Pengu is going to get away with the plant, though, with a bit of help from those smokes. They have denied what they need to, but Bride's going to collect yet another kill. And all they've got to do is stop Virtue on the skylight here. He's going to absolutely go for it and drop down, but sadly is cut down by the side of BDS. Nothing more to ask. BDS will go.
White will be their target.
Oh. It was Shaiko as well. They have got a drone on red stairs right now, so he could push straight up into that. In fact, no, he's straight back on site. Needs to watch out for those vertical angles that the sledge was holding earlier on. In fact, it's Bride who nearly gets sprayed down from them, but he is backed away from playing out towards the east. And these are the grenades I was on about that can swing through for free with no ADSs present. They will find one. It's a 3 versus 2. Can they do enough to hold them back here? Kanto goes down. Virtue's low. Uno almost down, but Shaiko gets put down into the dirt there. Everyone's down on the ground here. C4 comes out. I think it gets shot out the air.
No.
It doesn't connect. G2 managed to snatch the round back there in what felt like a relatively impossible situation. In part of it, thanks to a wonderful grenade. Yes, they did. Ooh, with 44 seconds to go.
This really doesn't look good for G2, and as I say that, Renshiro takes down Virtue, and there goes a little bit more of hope for G2. Smoke's gone as well, Des. Not much left for them here, but Uno, can the firepower be what they need to bring themselves back into the battle?
Turns into the 3s once more. 3 versus 3. 25 seconds to play with. This is going to be a very bloody closing to this round. Shaiko steps up and finds one, but Renshiro is down. A glorified 2 versus 2 steps in, and Pengu finds a great shot to Renshiro to finish him off. Now it's a guaranteed 2 versus 2, no longer glorified. Pengu knows where one is playing, but we know what happens when you challenge Shaiko in these angles. Well, apparently not, because Pengu finds a triple. That is one way to drag your team back through the round. It's a 1 versus 1 as Uno is down, but the time! They haven't got the time! That's a heartbreaker. May have found the kill, but that down inside a cigar, I completely missed it, I won't lie. Manages to close the round out for.
Just wipes the floor with G2 after that game, and it started off really close, Des. We were absolutely hyped at the way that round 1 went. It looked really good for G2, but it slowly fell apart as BDS picked apart all.